I've walked into rooms filled with power, money, and ego, yet you're the first presence that made my instincts go quiet and my soul lower its head in respect. I've faced people who command nations and shape history, but none of them ever made my chest tighten the way it does when you simply look at me. I've shaken hands with authority, stared down influence, and stood unflinching before greatness. Yet you are the only one who made me feel smaller in the best way. I thought power was loud, dominant, and demanding. Then I met you and realized true power doesn't ask, it is. I've never believed in kneeling before another human being, but something about you makes humility feel natural, not forced. I've been in rooms where everyone wanted control, yet you walked in without trying and somehow owned every breath in the air. I've witnessed influence backed by fear, wealth, and titles, but yours is backed by something far more dangerous: presence. I didn't bow because you asked. I bowed because my instincts recognized something ancient and undeniable in you. I've met kings in suits and gods in mirrors, but you are the first person who made my confidence step aside willingly. I never learned submission from power, but you taught me reverence without ever raising your voice. I've stood tall in places where people trembled, yet next to you, I felt the strange urge to soften instead of dominate. I didn't feel intimidated by you. I felt aware, like my soul suddenly understood its place. I've seen power used to crush and to conquer, but yours disarms, humbles, and rearranges something deep inside me. You didn't command the room, you became the axis it quietly rotated around. I've never bowed to authority, but I find myself respecting you in a way that feels spiritual, not strategic. I've challenged egos and broken standoffs, yet one calm look from you made me choose silence over strength. I thought dominance was about standing taller, but with you it felt right to lower myself and listen. I've never been afraid of powerful people, but you made me feel something far more unsettling: admiration mixed with surrender. You didn't make me feel weak. You made me feel aware of something greater than my pride. I've entered rooms expecting to rule them, but when you appeared, ruling suddenly felt irrelevant. I didn't bow because you were above me. I bowed because something in you felt beyond me. I've known confidence forged by success, but yours feels forged by knowing exactly who you are. I've seen power shout for attention. Yours whispers and still commands obedience. You don't assert control, you invite reverence, and somehow it's impossible to refuse. I've never lowered my guard for authority, but you made me lower it without realizing I had. I've met people who demanded respect, but you made me offer it freely. Standing near you didn't feel like competition, it felt like alignment. I've stood face to face with legends, yet you're the only one who made my ego step back quietly. I didn't bow out of fear. I bowed because my soul recognized a higher frequency. I've been unmoved by power until you showed me that restraint can be more commanding than force. I thought strength meant standing firm, but with you, it felt wiser to yield. I've walked among giants, yet you're the only one who made me feel the urge to honor rather than challenge. You don't dominate space, you sanctify it. I've never felt smaller in a room, but with you, I felt intentionally humbled. You didn't overpower me, you disarmed me without effort. I've always believed respect is earned through action, but you earned mine through presence alone. I've faced authority without blinking, yet you made me pause, breathe, and reassess everything. I didn't bow because it is beneath you. I bowed because my pride knew when to be quiet. I've never admired power, but I admire the calm certainty you carry like a secret. I've never stepped back for anyone, but you made stepping back feel like wisdom. You don't rule by force, you rule by gravity. I've challenged the untouchable, yet you made me choose reverence instead of resistance. I didn't feel defeated by you. I felt aligned with something greater. I've stood before people who demanded loyalty, but you inspired it without asking. You didn't raise yourself above me. I lowered myself because it felt right. I've seen power corrupt, but yours feels disciplined, restrained, and terrifyingly pure. I've never bowed in defeat, but with you it felt like respect in its truest form. I didn't submit to you, I acknowledged you. I've always trusted my strength, yet around you I trusted silence more. You didn't need authority to command me, your presence already did. I've been unmoved by status, yet moved deeply by the calm way you exist. I've never felt the urge to kneel until you made standing feel unnecessary. I didn't bow because you were powerful. I bowed because you were certain.